All right, in this quick example, we're going to go over the macros that can toggle the tilt state. Of course, you can do this also with the pan state. So if I go into patch, which is address, and I go under attribute, and right now I'm just going to choose group 1, for example, you'll see that the invert tilt is enabled. And I'll show you what that looks like when I go here into augmented in live mode. So in this crude stage here, I'll take group 1 to full, and you'll see the beams are facing up. And when I say group 1 tilt at 50%, with it inverted up is the positive value of tilt, and that's with the tilt currently inverted. And now what I'll do, I'll go into macros, and you'll see I've got a couple here. Macro 3 sets the patch group 1 invert tilt to enabled, and that sets it to enabled, this sets it to disabled, and then this without any command at the end will toggle. And you see I've got these running in background mode, otherwise you'll have to go, there'll be more commands, you'll have to go into blind and go into address and then patch and then group 1 and invert and tilt. So if you just throw these into background, they work excellent. And so right now we're going to do, we'll use 4 here, for example. So in live mode, I'll say macro 4, enter. And now when I go back into patch, you'll see that now the tilt is disabled. And in live, when I go into augmented, you'll see the fixtures are already facing down, but I'll say group 1, tilt, and now I'll say negative 50, and you see negative 50 is now up when previously up was positive. And that was running macro 4, which set it discretely, back to macro 3 discretely, which is enabled. Macro 4, which is disabled, is up. And now as I hit macro 5, you'll see that it just toggles between the two of them. Now the catch here is you cannot enter the word patch. So if I'm in the editor, you'll see under soft keys there is no patch itself. There are several patch items, but not patch by itself. It's not under comment, and if I search by either clicking on that or shift about, and I type in patch again, get these patch options, but I'm just looking for the word patch, so that doesn't work, which means that we have to discretely learn this. And so what I'll do here is from live, I'm going to learn this. So learn into macro 2. And while I'm in learn mode, I'm just going to go patch. I'll say group 1 in this instance, and I'll just click here on invert tilt, and then I'll press learn again to stop learning. Macro to go in the macro editor, macro 2, and then the soft key for edit, or Alt 6 on a Nomad, or the soft keys on your console, depending on how that is set up. And so you'll see these long extra strings of commands. So I'm just going to clean that up by deleting away address, clear command line, and blind. All I need is the word patch. Here, all I need is the word group, and then invert tilt, and then optionally I can do shift about or shift Y and type the word enable. If I wanted to make sure that I was discretely setting enable, I'll hit escape to close out of that. I'll add an extra character turn in there, and then the soft key for done, or Alt 6, or whatever the soft key is on your console, to click done to bring us back out. And so that's how you make a macro that will toggle or set discretely your invert tilt. You can do this for invert pan, as well as other settings, all within patch. I hope that helps. Have a great day.